your film into strips of 6 and put them in your neg holder. You'll see that I've put them in from 1 to 36. They're all the right way around and ready to make your contact print. So here's my enlarger bay set up and ready to go. I've got my paper. The enlarger head is all the way to the top. This will make sure that the light will hit the whole of the baseboard. How can I check? Well, turn the power on. Go to your controller box and put it onto timed. And then the light's on. And you've just got to make sure that the light is hitting all of the board. The light coming out of the enlarger is controlled by this lens. Okay, you can see it's up one end, down the other, and it makes the light brighter and dimmer. So what you need to do is turn it up to its brightest and stop it down 3 clicks. What I need to do now is turn off the light source, which means then it's safe to take out my paper. So I've got a piece ready prepared. So what I've done is I have torn a strip of paper to the same size roughly as a strip of negatives. So all I'm going to need for my test strip is that piece there. I've opened up the glass. I've placed the test strip underneath one strip of negatives. I've made sure that the paper is the shiny side facing upwards towards where the light is going to come out of. Okay, so the light's going to come out of the lens. The paper shiny side facing up. The negative strip on top of that. Close down the glass. Get yourself, usually from here, a piece of black card. Cover up all of the negatives, apart from one sticking out at the end. Go to your timer box. Make sure the bottom one is on 0. The top one I'm going to put on to 5 seconds. And I'm ready to start now. So with one picture sticking out, press your start button, and that will expose that one negative on the end. And I'm going to keep moving this along, 5 seconds each one, until you get to the end, and then just lift off the card for the last one. I'm doing this one-handed because I'm trying to film, but obviously you'd keep it nice and flat. And the final one, so the final one has had 5 seconds, and the first one has had 30 seconds in total, increments of 5. So the development process is next. And the timers are on the wall in our darkroom. Developer 3 minutes, stop bath 20 seconds, fix 2 minutes, can be more, and wash for about 20 minutes. This is fixed now for over 2 minutes. I've been through the other tray processes. I've developed it, stopped it, fixed it. I'm now going to dunk it into the wash just to get off a little bit of the fix. Whoops. Then pop it in a tray, and I'm going to take it outside into the daylight to find out which time will be the best. Now the reason I've come out into normal light, not safe light, to look at this is because it does look very different in daylight. So as we can see, the first one to the last one, that's had the most time. Looking closely at that, I would say it might need a little bit longer than the 30 seconds. So I think I shall do my contact print for 35. You shouldn't really be able to see the sprocket holes, but you should be able to clearly read the writing from the film edge. So counting up in fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm going to go 35 for my contact print. Sometimes you might have to do a few test strips to get the right time, but that's okay. So what I suggest you do is I put the enlarger 3 stops down, and they were my times. So if I need to do a few test strips, I'll know which ones are which and then not get confused. I now have my negatives. They're still in the packet and they're on top of an 8 by 10 inch piece of photographic paper with the shiny side facing up towards the light source. There is one strip, because with a 36 film you might have a strip on the bottom that doesn't quite fit. What you can do is just put a test strip size on the bottom, and then you can do them all then at the same time. Okay, so close that over. It's nice and flat, and that will make the negatives nice and sharp and in focus. And then you're ready to expose. So set your timer for the time that your test strip told you. Okay, mine's 35. The top one is on 5 and the bottom setting is in 10-second intervals, so I've gone to 30. So I've got a 35-second exposure, and I'm now going to press the start button and expose my contact print. So once that's finished exposing, you just repeat the process you did for the test strip. Develop, stop, fix and wash, and make sure it's washed for about 15-20 minutes, and then you're ready to decide which images are the best ones for you to print in the darkroom. And if you're lucky, out of a 36 film you might get 3 or 4 good shots. Good luck. Once your contact print is completely dry, you can then put it on the light box. Use a magnifying loupe to look really closely at your shots. Are they in focus? What you can do, it's difficult to do this with a camera, but you can sort of have a really close look at the detail. Is it sharp? And also, apart from that, is it an interesting photograph? Is it a good photograph? As well as being exposed correctly and in focus. So what you can do then is mark up the ones you think are worth printing. Anything that's exposed wrongly or out of focus, just cross it off. Not worth looking at. So mark up your contact print, and then hopefully then you might have a few worth printing. So you can just make a note of the numbers, and they're the ones you're going to print from your film. I would also suggest using our negative scanner here. Scan all your negs as well. It's really quick to do, and then you'll have a digital version of each one, and that's also a good indication of whether they're going to be in focus or not. But you should be able to tell by using the magnifying loupe and looking very closely at your images, see if they're sharp or not.